April 6th, 2026. Four astronauts aboard NASA's Orion spacecraft crossed behind the far side of the moon, and for exactly 40 minutes went completely silent. No radio, no signal, no contact with Earth. Just four humans, a spacecraft, and whatever is on the other side of the moon we have never been able to see. NASA called it a communications blackout, a routine part of the mission. But here's what NASA has never explained. Every single person who has ever gone behind the moon came back saying the same thing, and then went very, very quiet. Welcome to Vault 42 Unlocked. The world just watched Artemis 2 come home. The crew is safe. The record is broken. But today, we're going somewhere the coverage didn't. The far side of the moon. And the file that's been sitting in the vault for 60 years. On April 1st, 2026, NASA launched Artemis 2, the first crewed mission beyond Earth's orbit in over 50 years. Four astronauts, Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Canada's Jeremy Hansen. Their spacecraft, Orion, nicknamed Integrity. On April 6th, 6 days into the mission, they performed a lunar flyby, passing 4,067 miles above the surface, breaking every distance record in human history, 252,756 miles from Earth, farther than any human has ever been, farther even than the crew of Apollo 13, who set that record in 1970 during a near catastrophe. And as they crossed behind the far side, the side that permanently faces away from Earth, all communications cut out. 40 minutes of silence. Mission control in Houston could do nothing but wait. On April 10th, the crew splashed down safely in the Pacific Ocean off San Diego. 10 days, history made. Now, the far side of the moon has been photographed since 1959, when the Soviet Lunar 3 probe sent back the first grainy images. And every mission since has found something the official briefings gloss over. The far side has more craters, thinner crust, and a completely different geological composition to the near side. Scientists still don't fully understand why. Two sides of the same moon, and they behave like two different objects. Then there are the whistleblowers. Carl Wolf was a US Air Force sergeant working on the Lunar Orbiter project in 1965. He claimed that while processing classified photographs at Langley Air Force Base, a colleague pulled him aside and showed him images. Images of the far side of the moon that contained what appeared to be artificial structures, geometric, precise, not natural formations. He testified about this publicly in 2001 at the National Press Club, on record under his name. In 2018, he was killed in a cycling accident. The case was never officially reviewed. Donna Hare, a NASA contractor with secret clearance, claimed that UFO imagery was routinely airbrushed out of official lunar photographs before they were released to the public. She too testified publicly. She too was never given a formal response by NASA. And then there's the one detail nobody talks about. When China's Chang'e 4 became the first spacecraft to actually land on the far side of the moon in 2019, it found something unexpected. A strange gel-like substance in a crater. NASA said nothing. Here's what makes this mission different from everything that came before. Orion was carrying 32 cameras, the most advanced imaging equipments ever taken to the moon. And for the first time in history, humans were physically behind the far side, not just flying a probe. Whatever is back there, if anything, was seen by human eyes on April 6, 2026, for 40 unrecorded minutes. NASA has now released the images they chose to release. Over 7,000 photographs of craters, lava flows, surface fractures, stunning, breathtaking, carefully curated. They showed us what they wanted us to see. They always have. The crew of Artemis 2 broke the all-time human distance record. They went farther from Earth than anyone in history. And for 40 minutes, they were completely alone on the other side of the moon, with no way to tell us what they saw. On April 10th, they came home. Splashdown in the Pacific. All 4 crew members, fine. Mission control erupted in cheers. Commander Wiseman's first words, "We are stable." 4 green crew members. But I still wonder what happened in those 40 minutes. The cameras were rolling, NASA has the footage, and they will release exactly what they decide to release. I guess some questions don't get answered, they just get filed.